An arrest has been made in a shooting in Burke County. The Burke County Sheriff's Office announced today that Hannah Grace Cobb was charged with involuntary manslaughter in the death of Telvin Osborne. Osborne was shot in the chest at a home on 4 Points Road on Sunday and pronounced dead at the hospital. Investigators say alcohol was involved and the shooting was not accidental.
The offenses committed leading up to the discharge of the firearm included simple battery, family violence, and reckless conduct. It is reckless to go out and get drunk and then introduce a firearm into an argument. It is reckless to engage in an argument where there's pushing and shoving going on. And those are the predicate charges for the charge of involuntary manslaughter.
Sheriff Williams says more charges could be coming as the investigation continues.
Mugshot released for 25-year-old Hannah Cobb, facing felony involuntary manslaughter charges in the shooting death of 30-year-old Telvin Osborne. This after the community and social media erupted this week after no immediate arrest was made in this case. According to a Burke County incident report, deputies responded to Western Estates on 4 Points Road Sunday morning for a gunshot wound. At the home, they found 30-year-old Telvin Osborne shot in the upper chest. Deputies say the suspect, Hannah Cobb, called deputies and was applying pressure to the wound when they arrived. Cobb told deputies her and Osborne had been out all night and recently got home. Cobb told deputies in the report she was checking her firearm as they do every night. That's when the gun went off, hitting Osborne. Cobb told deputies she thought the gun was on safe while checking it.
The case required a considerable amount of time and attention to detail, ensuring that there was a comprehensive inquiry, a thorough sifting of the evidence, and we have filed appropriate charges.
According to Sheriff Alfonso Williams, there's been misinformation spread about the case, including the suspect cleaning the weapon when it went off.
At no point during the investigation was there any information about a person cleaning a weapon.
He did say alcohol was involved in the shooting, and they're not listing this as accidental. He also said there was an altercation with some, quote, pushing and shoving before the incident happened.
It is reckless.
Sheriff if Cobb turned herself in or if deputies went to get her. The sheriff said they made arrangements with her to pick her up. Osborne's family tells us the 30-year-old worked out at Savannah Riverside, but often loved to fish, hunt, and raise animals. He was a father of two who they say loved his entire family.
So I was going to post about this story today, but I came across another content creator's video, and she was also posting about this story to get some coverage of what's going on with it, but never mind. Never mind. I'm not gonna talk bad on the dead, but never the fuck mind. I'm going to mind my black business, my black woman business. Whatever happens, happens. Sometimes we just gotta everybody has their views, everyone has their opinions on people. But it's usually our community that tries to get these stories spread, that try to get, justice, because they was going to let old girl walk until people started posting about it. Because it wasn't, 1 + 1 wasn't equaling 2. It was equaling who the fuck you think you playing with. So we just gonna mind our business.
Oh, let me guess, because y'all black bitches know y'all ain't shit. Ooh, sweet baby Jesus. Ah. Yeah, they don't want milk. They don't want milk. They don't want milk. I tried to grieve in peace. Motherfucker calling me every 30 seconds. Hey, man, you see what this is about? I gotta tell these people, hey, man, y'all stay off Facebook, man.
Hey y'all, what's up? Good morning, motherfuckers. I'm up early having me a cup of coffee per usual, and I want to talk to y'all about the situation between Hannah Grace and her boyfriend, Telvin Osborne, and this is a situation that took place in Berks County, Georgia. Now, allegedly, earlier this month, Hannah was cleaning her pum-pum. It went off, and it hit Telvin in the chest, unaliving him. Now, I'm one of those people, I must admit, I'm always strolling through TikTok, and FB, and it popped up, and that's what made me go look at it, because I'm like, why is everyone talking about this? Baby, when y'all find out why everyone is talking about this, like this particular situation is reminiscent of the incident we had here in Miami a few years back. Now, I don't know if y'all remember the story out of Miami. This is Christian Obamaselli. This is Courtney Clenny, his girlfriend, and she ended up unaliving him. And after he passed, people went and found tweets where he literally bashed BLK women, bashed us like it was no hope for tomorrow. So no one supported his family in his unaliving by Courtney. Hell, even Courtney family turned against him. Her mother and father was charged with tampering with shit after she took him out. But let's get back to Telvin Osborne and Hannah Grace. I mean, they look good together. I found quite a few pictures on social media, and I was like, they're a cute couple. But the issue with BLK men when they date outside, and not all of them, they have a tendency to think they have to bash, downgrade, and belittle sisters because they're doing something. Because if you're happy over there, be happy over there because you're happy. Don't be over there because you want to dog out other women in order to make your happiness seem happy, if that makes sense. Now, Mr. Osborne go by the name of Tilbo Rackins on social media. And when I say over the years, he has posted some crazy things about BLK women, he was posting some crazy things. Like he letting us know in these tweets here, how white girls are better, how you better get you one. I mean, I can't say some of the other things or post some of the other things that this man said on social media, but one of them was he would sleep with a dog before he sleep with a BLK woman. And then he said the dog had to be white. So she has been officially charged with taking him out. And the thing is, a lot of people on social media are saying that BLK women need to stand down. This is not our problem. We need to go on over, the 92% we already standing down with what's going on with some other stuff, and we need to continue to do so. And I want to know what y'all think about this situation. Leave me a comment. Let's talk about it.
I ain't playing. It's my bad. I didn't know that Telvin Osborne identified as a white man. I knew he was in an interracial relationship, but I didn't know it was that deep. And I also didn't know that his family was up on here talking shit. Well, his brother, rather, talking about black women. My bad, y'all. I thought this was a case of injustice against a black man, but apparently he identified as white. Now, I held black in my video earlier because y'all know how I feel about this whole debacle. But I just wanted to give y'all the facts of the case. But then I did a little bit more research because of the comments. And I was like, no, I can't believe this. Well, I can believe it, but dang, it was that deep for him, huh? He really had a preference. And that preference got him taken out the game. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. And to add more insult to injury after black women done took to their platforms to raise awareness that Hannah had not been arrested since Sunday, his brother was going to write this and try to ride down on black women for trying to help y'all out? I declare, honey, what a disgrace. So his brother exercised his chicken chokers to say the following. This is why I've been staying off here, y'all. So sorry. Got so much to say. Damn right, my brother ain't want no begging black B. Just like y'all O's barely, no, this man can't spell, want the po broke A N-words you laying next to, child, please. You should have just kept this off. He deleted it. He deleted it after backlash, but it's too late, honey. Black women done already withdrew their support. So I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know. I thought this was just another case of injustice. But even the suspicion of something like that, talking about, oh, you was cleaning a weapon at 5 o'clock in the morning. Come on now, that sounds suspicious. And any black person would have been arrested for that. And that's exactly what we were talking about. She should have been behind bars since Sunday. But since y'all don't want no help, since you got to act like this, then let me just go ahead and, tiptoe on out of here, drink my water and eat my food. All right, y'all, my bad players. I didn't know that. I knew that that he was in that type of relationship, and I did hold back, what I would have said normally, but because he was deceased. But shit, since you want to be like this, I mean, his post was downright diabolical. I mean, he really did not like black women, so his preference is the reason why he in this situation. Like I told y'all, black men in my Dr. Umar voice. Black queens forever, snow bunnies never. I declare, honey, what a disgrace. Please put your thoughts in the comments. This is WD Mo for the Black Year News.
Y'all heard about that black man, Telvin Osborne? Hold on. That was his Facebook page. This is his baby mama. That's him. Thankful for this little blonde blessing of mine. She unalived him. May he rest in preference. I mean, he literally got what he deserved. He literally got what he deserved. This is the thing. His family is now all over social media saying how the black community is failing them and they need justice and they need help and where's the black community and blah, blah, blah. We don't want nothing to do with that coon-ass man. I mean, nothing. And then they're saying that we're mad because he was in an interracial relationship. No. Interracial relationship, whoever loves you, love them. But it's the way he went about the interracial relationship. Remember that caption, my little blonde blessing. This man got up on the internet and said that he would rather have relations with a dog before he would with a black woman. a white dog at that. It had to be a white dog. For him to be that way towards black women, and you think black women are gonna feel bad, black women are gonna band together and help. Black women don't give a fuck about what that. We don't care. Y'all always feel like we're upset when we see a black man with a white woman. If that's what it is, that's what it is. We're not gonna sit here and stress about it. But what we will not tolerate is you disrespecting the fuck out of us while being with that white woman. That's just something we don't do. Every single time he said something about her, it was always praising white women and bashing black women. And you think we gonna give a fuck that she... Rest in preference. Rest in preference.
This is a message to the black community. Y'all better not be riding with Telvin Osborne. Now, we all heard 25-year-old Hannah Cobb was just arrested for involuntary manslaughter after allegedly shooting Telvin. But when I tell y'all what he said on social media about black women, y'all ain't gonna want to back this man up. This man was so disrespectful to the black community, so monstrous and atrocious to our black women. When I tell y'all what this man said he would rather have relations with a white dog than a beautiful melanated woman. And when he said that, he threw me off. I had to read the shit 3, 4, 5 times because I'm like, hold up. This is the man that was shot by Becky that we supposed to be backing and protecting. Rest in peace to Telvin. All lives matter. They really do. But when you sit up here and you throw stones at our community in order to fit in with theirs, and then some tragic shit like this happen, you gonna have to take your lick. I ain't lying. We not coming to support you at all. At all. And the shit really mind-blowing, because it's like, I can't believe this man really said this about beautiful black queens. This man said, with that post, you signed your death certificate. I ain't lying. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this Telvin and Hannah Cobb situation, because I ain't supporting them. And you know I support my people, but I ain't supporting his ass. He said, fuck us, so slick side fuck him.
In light of all of the information that has been coming out regarding Mr. Osborne, Telvin Osborne, if you don't know who Telvin Osborne is, he was unalived recently by his Caucasian girlfriend. He himself is a black man who has openly been very demeaning towards black women, and if you ask me, black people, because where there's one injustice, there is an injustice to all. I really don't care to hear what his family has to say, because y'all know what he was saying online and how he felt. Why y'all didn't have a problem with that, I don't know. But I would like to say this. Sometimes accountability has to be taken, and we have to grapple with the fact that sometimes the people who we call a son, a brother, a cousin, a nephew, an uncle, and whatever else are just horrible people. That is just the long and the short of it. Okay? It's as long and short as his views. Okay? And I don't know what y'all want from us. He sat there and said that he would rather fuck a dog than to be with a black woman, and that the dog had to be white. I will campaign on this. Can we just leave people like that behind? If you are a black man or a black individual and you hate black women, you hate other black people, you hate your black self, you hate your black hair, you hate your black culture, and you don't want to be associated with us in any type of way, we're leaving you behind in 2025 and beyond. The ship is leaving. Ladies, black women, this is for my black women. If that black man does not want you, then leave him behind. Got a blast. Okay? We're leaving them behind. Anybody that is not with the advancement of us, we're leaving behind. That includes your nigga. That includes your bitch. That includes your friends. That includes your coworkers and family members and acquaintances and anybody and any other associates that is not on board with the advancement of us. We're leaving them behind. We don't have any more time to play with them. Period. This is what happens when the ancestors are not happy with you. And God don't like ugly, and neither do our ancestors. I think that's all I gotta say.
Now, I would like to think of myself as someone who has a great deal of empathy. Like, I don't wish harm on nobody. I don't sit there and get happy when people get hurt or people pass along to the next life. However, I don't know if you've heard about this guy named Telvin, but he was unalived a couple days ago by his wife. And when I tell you, I'm not going to lose a wink of sleep thinking about the sadness surrounding that situation. And the reason being is Telvin has had a peppered past of putting up really awful, racist, colorist, self-hating tweets about not liking black women, but like super hateful. Like nobody asked, and yet he shared his opinion. And it was like, one of them was, I would rather boink a dog than a black woman. And you want to know who sent this man to his maker? It was his white wife. His white wife sent him to his maker. And all I'm saying is, I hope her pillow sheet is cold. I hope all the wrinkles fall out of her clothes. I hope every dog stops and says hi to her. That's all I'm saying. You know, thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. And to think, Telvin, you preferred her, but she preferred you in the ground.
Why is it so hard for y'all to not bash black women while liking white women? Liking white women is perfectly fine, do you, but why do y'all always have to bash black women to do it? I don't understand. When they said that boy was his white wife unalived him, I was like, I'm gonna wait for the tweets, because I knew they were coming. We all knew they were coming. We knew they was gonna find them, because it's always that. It's always you all have to hate on black women to line yourself up with white women. I don't get it. Like, just like white women, love your white wife, love your white girlfriend, love your white baby mama, love whoever you want to. Just don't bash black women in the process. It's very simple. And now y'all want us to fight for justice for that nigga because he was unaligned by that white woman and she's using her white privilege and her proximity to law enforcement being her father? That sounds like a you problem. Talking about something you'd rather do a dog, a white dog. Oh my God. And like, we supposed to be so sad and upset and want justice for you. Oh, the black man that hate us. Oh. I'm so sorry. Rest in preferences.
Girl. The black man, I don't know how many years ago this was, but he tweeted that he would rather do the horizontal mambo with a dog than a black woman. Fast forward to the present day. His white wife killed him. So I hope everybody has a wonderful Wednesday.
Who child? The tea's hot. So I've been minding my business and I just been strolling on my timeline, just been seeing this just popping up. So apparently there's this black guy who in Georgia, was a black guy in Georgia, who literally hates black women, right? Like talking all crap about black women, literally say he'd rather sleep with dogs than to sleep with a black woman, but he wants the dog to be white because he doesn't want a black dog. Anyways, he just hates black women, right? He has a white girlfriend, and I guess the white girlfriend went out, drunk, came back, drunk, allegedly was cleaning her gun, pew-pew him, and killed him to the chest. And now he's dead. And now his sister is like on social media saying, how come like the news is not picking up this? How come the sheriff in Georgia is not like doing anything about like her brother being pew-pewed, and how the girl haven't been arrested yet? This is unfair, X, Y, and Z. And how come nobody's talking about like getting help for her brother? And a lot of people feels like her brother didn't like the black community, aka black women. So why would anyone like stand up for him? And people are saying like thoughts and prayers for his preference, like rest in peace with your preference. And I just feel like black women just be minding their business, and here comes the black man who hits black women, and just like nobody asked you, no one in the streets asked you for your preference. Like, go be with your preference and be happy. Like, nobody cares. Like, well, why do you have to put black women down? Like, rest in peace though with your preference. Okay, cool, bye.
Okay, listen. So did y'all heard about the black boy, Telvin Osborne, who was unalived by his baby mama, okay, listen. So when I first heard about it, I ain't gonna lie, I was like, oh my God, and they didn't arrest her? Like, what the world, if it was, the roles was reversed, da-da-da. But then I found out that man was not with us. Just because he looked like us, he wasn't with us. So then, come to find out, he had made a post some years ago and was like, oh, I would rather have sex with a dog than a black woman, and the dog still gotta be white. What? You would do what? And then his freaking brother made a post, like literally after everybody found out about the situation, his brother made a post like yesterday or a day or two ago, and was like, of course my brother didn't want no begging black B. Of course he would want a white woman. You're saying a lot for somebody that's got to sell hot dogs in order to bury your brother. But that's just me. I say it too much. Okay, so then I'm going through the boy Facebook page, the boy Telvin, I'm going through his Facebook page about 7, 8 weeks ago. He posted a picture with a black goat, right? He posted a picture with a black goat. I'm reading the comments. Some white person comments and says, so you do like black women.
My God, my God, my God. This is crazy.
This Telvin Osborne thing. Listen, live your life in such a way that when you go, people are not mocking your death because, hold on one second. This was him before, and he said white girls do it better, snow bunnies. I guess they pulled up an old tweet. And people are saying stuff like Western preferences, the aim, getting sent to glory by your milk of magnesia. The one that took me out, though, was inhales air. Can you do that? I don't understand how black men come out of black women, right? And then develop animosity to them because of how they were raised when that woman is likely still paying your bills and taking care of you. And you never get mad at your father that left. You blame her for him leaving, and he tells you lies like, she kept you from me. No, she likely didn't. I know in some cases it's true, but most cases it's not. He just didn't want to come back around. And y'all believe it. And then develop such a deep animosity towards black women because they don't stand for BS. But then you find women who do. Women you can feel like you can walk all over. I guess it's so you start drinking and then she argues with you and then here we go.
So I got up on this here app, seeing what the news is, see what everybody talking about it. Came across this Telvin Osborne story. Again, TikTok is how I get my news, y'all. I don't be knowing about nothing that be going on. But as I went through some of the videos and looked at some people talk about it and what was going on, the most interesting thing that I seen was, this is not our business. May he rest in preference. So I had to go and do a little digging to find out, okay, rest in preference. This is interesting. So apparently this is a gentleman who had his preference of non-black women, and which is his business. But where I have my issue is, if you don't like black women, you don't have to tear down black women to justify your preference. That has always been a big issue with me. If you like Caucasian women, Asian women, Hispanic women, more power to you, brother. But there is no reason to justify that by talking about or trying to degrade a black woman as a black man. Like the sister said, may he rest in preference. If you know, you know.
Yes, y'all. What are we wearing to the funeral for Telvin Osborne? Concepts of prayers and sorrows. We wearing all white since that been his favorite color. That's what we doing, y'all. Damn, that's messed up. Alexa, play Hannah Montana by the Migos.